It's alive!
Tiny spaceships.
Okay, so the point of today is trying to test the electrics inside so that we can put the interior in without needing to take the interior back out again when we realise there's a fault. But that does mean that I need to also sort the wiring out in the engine bay, because the battery, essentially all of the wiring loom that goes from the positive side of the battery is also missing. So, also we've got no bonnet strut or anything, so I need to prop this up with a broom. This has got "hurt" written all over it. So something that we clearly need wiring wise is new door wiring loom. For whatever reason, somebody just decided to cut that there. Via the internet, actually finding the wiring loom for the door and the engine wasn't actually that hard in the end. But I was surprised how many Pulsars were being broken. There's like more being broken than there are for sale. There aren't that many in the first place, so no. This is what we've got. I guess that is the engine. That's mighty nicely packaged. And there's the door. Alright. And I'll tackle the door one first because it's got way less plugs.
What if tiny spaceships from far away were already here on the Earth today? Just so
Could well do with some lube here.
small that you wouldn't believe. Travel at speeds that we couldn't conceive.
I wasn't too bad at all.
That means one could slip right by, undetected to the human eye. Try to catch one you wouldn't stand a chance because they're just so small.
Oh, there you go.
So advanced.
Should come out a bit easier now. Right, this car does actually have all the wiring, given that it's not an RB. Unfortunately, in fact this one's even got the sunroof, so it really, literally this car has the maximum amount of electrical wires possible for one of these. I'll draw the new one through and stick it in as the old one comes off.
Never know this, and while we're looking up at the sky, a tiny spaceship can slip right by. Tiny spaceships under our noses, just so small we'd never know this. And while we're looking up at the sky, a tiny spaceship can zip right by. What if tiny spaceships decide?
Alright, it's got to whack this grommet in.
And gnats end up getting eaten by hungry bats, or snatched
Done.
up by a frog's long tongue. The tiny spaceman.
Okay, unlike the door wiring loom, I've actually got nothing to go off here. Don't actually know what it's supposed to look like. Never seen one in the wild. And what I do know is this is the kind of negative, and I don't see positive. But this, to me, looks promising. So, given that, I think the best thing for me to do is to just start trying to kind of see if the plugs, see what plugs I can match up, see if it starts to take shape and fall into a pattern. Alright, so if that really is the positive, you've got to think that these plugs close to it would fit.
But it is safe to say they did not, and felt like a long time of absolutely hopeless trying. I really couldn't get any single plug in. I started to get familiar with the kind of area that was going to sort out the headlights. It was definitely, you could see the terminations for the kind of starter motor and the alternator, but really this just was not going together until I finally had a breakthrough. And that was, I was actually looking on the wrong side.
Alright, no sooner as I turned off the camera, literally, had a bit of a breakthrough in that these clearly go into these relays here. Nice to make a bit of ground finally. Okay, well, I think I'm being a little bit optimistic here, but I cannot see anything else that plugs together, so let's just turn it on and see what happens. The other thing I don't have either is a spare kind of battery terminal. So, Right, so the only downside here is there's no dashboard or anything really plugged in, so I don't even know what I'm going to be looking for. Maybe just listen out for something. No, that is still well and truly dead. Okay, back to the drawing board. Alright, after that pointless attempt at turning the key and seeing if anything would turn on, I actually had to hit the books and kind of look up what was going on. Clearly this end of my current engine wiring loom wasn't working out for me, it didn't connect to the battery or anything. So I hit the internet, and actually if you look, I checked out all the Pulsars that were for sale and everything, and on the battery you can see like a big red block, like a terminal there. So I knew something was up, and I went back to the place where I got this car from. I said, look, there's got to be another box of bits or something going on, because I don't have this piece. And then lo and behold, sure enough, found another engine wiring loom. And look, there's this red terminal on the end. So put this wiring loom on, and that was definitely one of the things that was holding me back. The actual battery tray was also in amongst the missing parts, and that came to light with this extra box. But now, when the battery's in place, I've just got the negative, and I've finally got a proper positive terminal and this block here. So now these wires, awkwardly, because the battery's too big, actually plug into there. There we go. The other situation, which also became apparent, is this needs to plug to here. If you look on the wiring diagram, it looks like there's a sort of pseudo fuse or something. It's not something we have at the moment, so I've just improvised this completely legit crocodile clip to join up. There we go. So now I think, you know, the engine side of things is much more positive. So another extremely good reason why none of this turned on is that there were no fuses. I'm going to stick a load in, because it definitely won't work without a fuse. Okay, I've dug out the old instrument panel, which is, as per everything else, completely covered in something. So I'm hoping now if we put these plugs in, I'm actually going to get something worthwhile. It's going to be unbelievably exciting. Oh, what's this? The door's open. Yes! Oh, right. Man, I wonder what else is working. Oh, look at this. Come on. Oh, it lives. It lives. No horn. No windscreen wipers. Heater down here. Oh. Alright, we can have all the heat. I wonder if these work. Alright. No, doesn't seem like you can move it around, but man, a lot closer than it was. Right, I was going to see what lights we've got outside, especially the ones at the back, because they're the ones that go all the way through the car. Alright, that's a complete result. Lights are on, brake lights are on, indicator's working. I think even the other indicator will work if I swap it over. Yes. I haven't really got a very good way of testing the doors. I cannot find the switch for the windows, electric windows. But I mean, really, the windows are so separate to the rest of the car. If they don't work, I'm pretty sure. I know the wiring's all good up to here, so I'm sure it'll just be something inside the door, whatever, so I'm not going to let that stop me. I've also noticed I cannot find the wires to go into the back of here, and it looks to me like they've been chopped off just here.
So I don't know if somebody had an aftermarket one and they've taken it off subsequently, but that's a bit of a pain. I've got to find the actual, got to find the right connector and then wire it all up again. But again, I'm going to leave that for now because in the scheme of this car's problems, that is more of a nice to have. Right, going to go and test some of the front lights, and then this is looking good. Alright, before I leave you, check this out. Yeah! It's alive! It just works! Alright, roll on the summer. Alright, what feels like a lot of flapping about has come to a close. I feel happy now that this car is all wired up as it should be. Seems like most things are working. So join me next time when we put the interior back in and actually start to make this car look a little bit more presentable again. Alright, thank you very much for watching.
Tiny spaceships under our noses, just so